All right, folks. Sherman Ray, and this is the Livin in Vegas podcast. Time to get the show started. Let's go. Well, good morning, everybody. This is Sherman Ray, and this is the Livin in Vegas podcast. I want to welcome you all to the show today, where we talk about the people, the places, the trends, the events that shape the city of Las Vegas. When you think of living in Vegas, you think of living local, folks. That's right, folks. It's all about local stuff, and we've got a real cool story to talk about. And I really think that it probably should have been the story of the city, at least in the next, for the next week or so, because we got so many exciting things that happen. But sorry, my collar's screwing up there. I know that's really annoying, isn't it? So I decided to wear my vest. I love wearing vests, folks. I know some of you are probably thinking, Sherman, why you're wearing the vest? I love wearing vests. I really do. But I drug this one out. It's one of my favorite ones. I've had this one forever. How do you like it? Do you like that? It's actually pretty cool. I want to welcome everybody who's joining us on Facebook. If you're on our group page, maybe you're on our Livin in Vegas group page, or you're on our Livin in Vegas, business page. That's a great page to be on, I'll tell you. Or even on our new Livin Weekly page. I'm going to those pages right now, folks. I was running out the door. I had some things I had to do early this morning, but I'm at those pages right now. If you would like to make a comment during the time that we're here on these pages, definitely do that. As a matter of fact, Friday, I'm scheduled to have a guest in studio, which I'm really excited about. She's actually a singer, local singer here in town, won many awards. Her name is Sincere. And if you haven't heard of her yet, you will. I'm very excited about her. A really good friend of mine who owns he's a producer, introduced me to her music and stuff, so I'm really excited about that. So welcome to the show. For those of you, this might be the first time you're ever even seeing the show. I'm Sherman Ray. I'm the publisher of Livin in Vegas magazine, which is currently available. You can go to our website at livininvegas.com, and you can check that out. That's livininvegas.com, and you can check that out. If you, let's say you don't have time to go to there. I mean, you just don't have time to go to our Livin in Vegas magazine, our Livin in Vegas page. You can actually just send me an email, and just send me an email at info@livininvegas.com, and we will put you on our mailing list, and you can actually be a part of that. Yeah, you can definitely do that. We'd love to have you there. Tonight we're actually having a mixer. Our mixer is over at the Horse Trailer Hideout. That's right. It's at the Horse Trailer Hideout. And we do this every 2 weeks or so, where we have an event that we do. And this one's called The Happy Hour. It's a business networking mixer. It's at 1506 South Main Street in beautiful downtown Las Vegas. Yeah, beautiful downtown. Love the downtown area. It is just growing up tremendously. And I'm hoping if you've not had a chance to go down there yet, folks, you got to go down there. I mean, it really is very hip. I was not sold on downtown. I really wasn't. I was that guy that was saying, hey, it's gonna continue just to fallow and wallow and everything else. But it is getting super hip down there. So we are down there every couple of weeks, where we check out the businesses, and we check out all this cool stuff. So we're having the Happy Hour Mixer, which is going to be down there. You can still register for the event. We encourage you to register for the event, and to be a part of our mixers, that kind of stuff, and you'll have a great time. And what we'll do is we'll post it on our post it right below us here on our Facebook page, or on YouTube if you're watching us on YouTube during the day today. And we have a lot of people watching us on YouTube, so that's very cool. Also, we will, if you want to download our podcast, or you want to see the entire podcast, because generally we do like the first half of the podcast online here, and then you can watch the rest of it on our website. But you can go to our website at livininvegas.com. That's livininvegas.com. Can I put that up? Can we put that up real quick? Livininvegas.com, and you can actually, here it is. Yeah, livininvegas.com. And you can actually see the entire podcast, or you can download it off of Spotify. You know, the whole thing. We've got so many things that we're doing here. It's ridiculous. And oh, I wanted to show you something, folks. Now, we just did a new commercial for Livin in Vegas. And because living in Vegas, if you think about living in Vegas, we want you to think living local. I mean, we are really all about local talent. We're about local things that are going on. And we want to make sure that you know all about it, okay? So check out this new commercial we just did. I think you're going to think it's real cool. Here we go. Isn't that simple? I mean, that's just so simple and very cool. I love it. I really do. That really is Vegas. There's if many of you who don't know what Las Vegas means, it means the Meadows. Okay, this whole place was actually built because of basically that one thing that you saw in there. I know. I'm just thinking about it now, but the only reason why Las Vegas is here is because we were a river that was in the middle of the desert. We were a spring that was in the middle of the desert. People traveling from the East Coast to the West Coast. We were just a way station. And from that grew the city you know now. Okay? So so when you're thinking about living in Vegas, think about living local, folks. That's really what it's all about. Also, want to make another announcement for you really quick, folks. Wanted to talk to you about Club 44. So Club 44, we are looking for 44 people who are 44 business owners who want to be a part of a foundational organization or for a fraternity of business owners. I think that's probably a better way of putting it. A fraternity of business owners who want to help Livin in Vegas magazine launch our first print edition. Right now, you can get Livin in Vegas magazine digitally, and it's really cool. I mean, it gets out all over the place. I mean, we get out to hundreds of thousands of people. But we want to become a print magazine that's on the streets. So we want to deliver it all over the place. So we're looking for 44 business owners who want to join that club. And all you've got to do, folks, is send us some kind of notice that lets us know that you want to be a part of the Club 44. And just send it to info@livininvegas.com. That's info@livininvegas.com. And you can become a part of Club 44. I'll tell you. We'll send you all the information you need that will help you get to that page. And so I think that's very cool. So let's get to the first story. Okay. We all know that there are the gas prices here in the valley are just through the roof. I mean, just gone through the roof. Of all of I think we rank number 5 in the nation on the price of our gas here in the state, nationally. So we're the 5th. I think we're like one of at least we're in the top 10 of highest priced gases in the country. I know. We live in the middle of a desert. Who would go figure? Well, the Golden Knights are going to partner with Smith's to give away gas on Friday. Okay? So if you haven't heard of it yet, they're going to do it. They're going to be giving away gas on Friday over at Smith's. And this Smith's actually is in Henderson. So we'll leave a link to this so you can actually know all about this on our website at livininvegas.com. But it's going to be, it'll be April 22nd, about 8 o'clock. In the morning over at the Smith's Marketplace at 845 East Lake Mead. And they're going to give away about $20,000 worth of gas. That's a lot of gas. $20,000 worth of gas. So the first 400 vehicles that arrive are going to get $50 worth of gas. And you can only do this once. So don't be, I think some people go, oh, I can do that. I can just go out there, get $50 worth of gas, and then go back and get 50. No, they're not going to let you do that. They'll figure out a way to make sure that you don't do this. But they're giving away, and if you don't make it, so if you don't make it, folks, they will actually lower the price that you're paying for gas by 40 cents a gallon all day. on Friday. Okay, so don't worry about not being able to get gas. They're going to do it until the tank runs dry, I guess. But that's April 22nd, Saturday the 23rd. You'll get rewards cards at the store, that kind of stuff, and that's very nice. I think so. I think it's a great way for the Aces, or excuse me, the Knights to do it. Oh, and the Knights won last night. Yeah, they did. It was, it's a great way to close out the season. We're not going to probably make the playoffs. I know, first time in so many years that we're not going to make the playoffs, but that's all right. We had a great run, and I think it's still, people went out to the game. They had a great time. I saw some pictures that some friends of mine posted on Facebook and sent to me. They're saying, "Hey, Sherman, we had such a great time," which is cool. You can't really beat that. And some of my friends went out to the Aviators game. Okay, the Aviators have been on a tear, folks. Woohoo! Russ, my buddy Russ Langer. For those of you who don't know who Russ is the voice of the Aviators. So Russ has been doing the Aviators games since they were in the inception of the Aviators, but he was there before them. So he was there when they were the Stars. He was there when they were the 51s. And for those of you who don't know who the Aviators are, they are the farm league they're our baseball team. So they're the minor league team of the Oakland Athletics, or the Oakland A's, who we've been trying to get here for. We're that much closer. So this is the story of the A's. So and we've got so many more things. We've got so many more things to talk about. You can watch it on our website over at livininvegas.com. But this is a great story. The Aviators played last night. So who did they play last night? I think they played who did they play? I got this. So the Aviators played, oh gosh, come up. I've got the score line here. El Paso. So we played against El Paso last night. And I think we beat them pretty good. It was a pretty good game. Let's see here. For some reason okay. Well, anyways, we beat them pretty darn good. And so the number of people who showed up to the game last night, though, that was probably the most important thing. There were about 5,000 people in attendance over at the Las Vegas ballpark last night. Hey, a lot of people. I mean, just a ton of people, right? And the thing about it, though, is that there were more people at our game last night at the minor league edition of the Oakland A's, okay, which is the Aviators. There were more people at our game last night than there were for the pros, who are the Oakland A's, at home in Oakland yesterday. Oakland A's at home last night had about 2,000 people. We had over 5,000 people over at the ballpark. Okay? And guess what? Tonight, they're going to be there again tonight. But you'll be at our mixer tonight. But if you were not going to be at our mixer tonight, you would be enjoying $2 beers tonight over at the ballpark. Yeah. Big. I mean, it's big. So we had 5,000 people over at the ballpark yesterday. Oakland A's had 2,000 people over in Oakland. And here's the deal. The reason why they say that it probably happened that way was probably because, well, you guys know, the Oakland folks don't want the A's to leave. But they don't want to show them any love, though. Well, this is a fine way of showing them some love, folks. It just, you can't show them love by saying, we aren't going to go to your games. Okay, it just doesn't happen that way. Okay. Anyways, if you'd like to watch the rest of the show, folks, we are going to be we're going to be on our website over at livininvegas.com. That's livininvegas.com. And you'll be able to download the rest of the show. You can check it out. We got the whole thing there. You can check that out. Okay. We will see you again tomorrow, where we're going to actually have a special guest here. We'll probably play the entire thing on our Facebook page tomorrow. But for the rest of you folks, check us out on our website over at livininvegas.com. This is Sherman Ray for Livin in Vegas podcast. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye. Yeah. Well, gosh. Oh, let's stop streaming. Here we go. Okay, uh, so that was funny, wasn't it? Yeah. So I want to welcome you all back, folks. For those of you who are sticking around with us for the rest of the show, for the Livin in Vegas podcast. My collar is just killing me here today. Um, so we ended the story, the end of the first half of the show, talking a little bit about the Oakland A's and how they got no love over in Oakland. Just got no. It's time for them to leave. It really is. It's time for them to leave Oakland and come over here to Vegas because we'll show them some love. We've got the Aviators, we've got the Aces, the Raiders, um, FC Lights, UFC. We've got all kinds of stuff going on here. Plus, a bunch of other teams that you don't never even hear about. UNLV, which is just UNLV is doing such a great job. They really are doing a great job. Um, let's turn the corner here. Let's talk about a story that I really think should have been the number one story um, in the papers all week long. Now there is a group or there's an area of town called Paradise Palms, and if you don't know where Paradise Palms is, if you look, if you go, let's say Desert Inn, it abuts basically Desert Inn and Maryland Parkway. Okay, it's that area, general area. It's where the Boulevard Mall is at, that area. Well, there's basically, or Eastern, and the backside of it would be Eastern, and I'm thinking, gosh, what street would that be? Flamingo? We'll just say that. Okay, so Flamingo, Desert Inn, Maryland Parkway, Eastern. Okay, so it's a big square area. So it was, that area was actually the first master planned community in Las Vegas. So, and if you've been here for any length of time, and literally, I mean, I've been here forever. I mean, really have. I've been here since '63. I know, I have. I actually have. I've been here since '63. That area of town, when I was a kid, was old money. That was the money section of town. If you were in that area, you lived in that area, it was because you had money. You worked at the casinos. You were pit bosses. You were entertainers. You were show people. You were directors. You were those people. Okay, you owned casinos. Okay, that was before. And the other place of town would be Rancho Circle. So Rancho Circle was the other high dollar area, or Paradise Palms. Okay, that's those are the two main areas of town when I was a kid. Well, they're actually, it was, so once again, it was the first master plan community in Las Vegas. I wish I had some pictures. We'll actually post some pictures on our website over at livininvegas.com. So they just had a county commission meeting because it's actually in the county of Clark County. So it's not in the city of Las Vegas proper. But you know what? We've got so many little areas that are around Las Vegas or next to us that we just call you Las Vegas. Okay, you're just in the metro area of Las Vegas. Okay, so we adopt you into the city of Las Vegas. Since the city of Las Vegas ends at Sahara. Does that make sense to you? Sahara, basically, if you just think about it this way, and for simplicity's sake, Sahara is actually the end of Las Vegas. So everything north of Sahara, all the way to I know I'm getting into the minutiae here. It's getting the weeds. But basically, I'll just say it that way. Okay. Las Vegas, the city of Las Vegas, ends at Sahara. The rest of that is a county, and then it becomes, west, all kinds of different little areas of town. Okay. Paradise Palms is part of the county. But it was the first master plan community in the first historic area. And they're going to expand it now. And they said they're actually, it's really pretty exciting. They're going to be adding about 747 homes, making it the largest historic neighborhood overlay in Southern Nevada. Okay, which is really pretty cool. So the homes there, and we'll post some pictures of this. Homes are very mid-century, flat roofs, butterfly roofs, that kind of thing, or the butterfly roofs like that kind of look really kind of cool. It was originally built 60 to 1965, okay, from the 60s to 65. And I remember it very well as a little kid watching, because I watched a lot of Las Vegas being built. I mean, really did. It's really pretty exciting. Most of those homes are about 1,200, 1,800, 2,200 square feet. So they're very cool. It's just a very cool area of town. When you think about the Rat Pack, okay, think about the Rat Pack, that kind of stuff. That's Paradise Palms. It looked like Palm Springs and palm trees. There's a golf course over there. The golf course is now called National. I believe it used to be called Las Vegas Golf Course, but now it's called National. I think it's called National now. Golf course, very cool area, and some people were excited about the fact that they're having a designation as a historic area. Some people are not very happy because they don't want it to have an HOA and they want to be able to do anything they want with their homes, that kind of stuff. Here's the problem with a lot of people who come in, or people who don't like HOAs. Okay, my own personal thing, folks. This is not the this is the what do they call it? These are the views of the host, and do not express the beliefs of Livin in Vegas magazine or S-Ray Media Group. So HOAs serve a grand purpose. They keep things the way they are. Okay, they keep people, they keep properties up to a certain standard, and they do not allow you to come in and put a 76 Monte Carlo in your front yard, or grandma's bloomers hanging off the trees in front of the house. Okay, not that I've ever seen those things, right? And I have. They don't allow you to put a couch in front of your house. Okay, a HOA does that. It keeps the properties up. Okay, I was an HOA executive board member for Summerlin many years ago. I was a HOA board member for the Las Brisas HOA association here in Las Vegas. And the reason why you need those people is because people will do that stuff. Just because you have, you like cactus doesn't mean you could put a big old cactus farm in front of your house in an area that doesn't fit. Okay, if you do, there's plenty of places you can move. That's just really it. There's, if you like, and in this article that was actually Channel 8 put out this article, which is really well done. They said that some people, if you want red tile roofs on your home, there are plenty of places where you can have red tile roofs. There's thousands of them all over the place. Not in Paradise Palms. It isn't. Those homes were generally flat. They generally had rocks on them. It just was a different vibe. Okay, so you can't just go out there and do it. So that's a very cool story. We'll actually link to this story, or you can actually get this story if you'd like it in your inbox. Just send us an email at info@livininvegas.com, and we'll actually get that to you. Okay. I'm going to make a real quick announcement here, folks, because this is something real important for you if you would like it to be on the show. Here we go. Hi, everybody. It's Sherman Ray for Livin in Vegas podcast. Are you a business owner that's looking to get the word out about his product, service, or even just a great message out there? Well, we'd like to give you that opportunity by being a guest on Livin in Vegas podcast. It's super simple. All you've got to do is contact us at advertising@livininvegas.com. That's advertising@livininvegas.com, and we'll schedule you for an interview on Livin in Vegas podcast. I'm Sherman Ray for Livin in Vegas podcast, where we talk about the people, the places, the trends, and the events that shape the city of Las Vegas. We'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye. Oh, very cool. So if you'd like to be on the show, and you got a product, service, a business that you'd like to talk about, we've got a special pricing thing for you. Contact us, folks, at advertising@livininvegas.com. Also, I want to remind you, we do have a mixer tonight. It's going to be over at the Horse Trailer Hideout. Don't let the name fool you, folks. This is a very cool place. I mean, it is very, very cool over there. They have a drawing, a mural on the wall that is a world-class mural. And I forgot the guy's name of it, but it's very cool. So it's at 1506 South Main Street, folks, Las Vegas, Nevada, 89104. So that's tonight at 5:30 to 7 o'clock. You can actually check that out. So it's the happy hour, business networking mixer. So So last night, they had a forum of a bunch of GOP candidates who are running for governor, and Guy, I know it says Guy, but it's Guy Nora was there. He's a venture capitalist from up Reno way. I think John Lee was there. Who else was there? Quite a few people were there. Quite a people were there. I think Dean Heller was there. Yeah, Dean Heller was there. John Lee, Fred Simon, and Joey Gilbert were there at this. So there's about 5 people there, and they're all running for governor. Interesting. I got to meet a guy who was running for Congress, and of course, and his name is Mark Roberts. So he's running for Congressional District 1, and also a friend of mine named Stavros Anthony. Stavros just a peach, lieutenant governor. So he's running for lieutenant governor. He's a city councilman now. So it's starting to heat up, folks. It really is. It's starting to heat up, and so you got to keep an eye on that. So what else we got? Okay. Oh, I just got a couple minutes left, folks. So there was something that this really got my ire up when I first saw it. So there were some vandals up in the Red Rock Canyon area. Now this is not cool, folks. I mean, this just gets me. If you're going to get me upset, it's when you start doing stuff like this, because from time to time, people will go out, and these are people who generally don't know anything about the desert. They don't know anything about the historical, or the historicity, it's my new word, historicity of Las Vegas, and how the petroglyphs and the natural landscape of Las Vegas should be protected. So every once in a while, some idiot will go up to Red Rock Canyon and they'll graffiti. They'll have spray cans, and they'll put, their little mark on everything. So that's what happened. Despite ongoing prevention efforts by Friends of Red Rock, which I would love to join, vandalism still continues. Cliff faces, boulders, and part of it, they go out and they just don't paint a, dirt someplace. They will go after the petroglyphs that are out there. And if you don't know what a petroglyph is it's an Indian painting. It's Indian graffiti that could have been done a couple hundred years ago. And we like that stuff. We want that to stay there. We don't want your graffiti that says, hey, whatever gang sign you have on any of our stuff. This is not your stuff. That's what I'm trying to say. This is not your stuff. So please have some respect for the desert. Okay. When I was growing up here in Vegas, many moons ago, we never did that. I mean, ever. I don't think I've ever used a can of spray paint can for anything other than spray painting a bicycle or a car. I mean, that's what you use it for. This whole graffiti tagging stuff is just ridiculous. And it shows a real... please love Las Vegas. Love this place. If you love Las Vegas, Vegas will love you. Okay, that's a new saying. If you love Las Vegas will love you. If you don't love Las Vegas, okay, go someplace else. Really, go some other place that you don't love, okay? But show Las Vegas some love, and it will love you back, okay? Anyways, tomorrow, we've got a special guest in store for you. I hope you join us tomorrow for Livin in Vegas podcast, where we will talk about the people, the places, the trends, the events that shape the city of Las Vegas. When you think of living in Vegas, think of living local, folks. It's all about living local, because we are living local here in the Valley. So we'll see you tomorrow again, 8:30 in the morning, for Livin in Vegas podcast. It's been Sherman Ray, publisher of Livin in Vegas magazine. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.